Welcome to Reclaim Your Life with Irina, the show that helps you reclaim your life no matter the challenge. In today's episode, we are diving deep into the healing power of sound with Christopher Blackwell, a sound frequency coach from Australia. Christopher opens up about his journey from crippling anxiety to spiritual awakening and how sound frequencies became his path to presence and freedom. You learn how to use sound to shift energy instantly, release limiting beliefs and emotional blocks, feel more alive, present, and connected to your power. Stay tuned till the end for a live sound healing session that will leave you calm, grounded, and inspired. Get ready to reclaim your life, discover inspiring stories, practical tools, and the path to true happiness. This is Reclaim Your Life with Irina. Let's begin the journey. Before we start the next conversation, I want to invite you to check out my amazing book, The Gift Inside, a powerful guide for healing your body, mind, and soul. Reclaim your strengths and awaken your true potential. Whether you are navigating heartbreak or simply seeking deeper fulfillment, this book offers the tools to turn your struggles into triumphs. It is time to unlock the gift within you. Available now on Amazon, or you can check it out on my website www.irinashahovtsov.com. Hello and welcome to Reclaim Your Life with Irina. Today we have a special guest coming to us from Australia, Christopher Blackwell. He is a seasoned sonic frequency coach, healer, and musician who has traveled the globe, sitting with renowned energy masters and spiritual teachers from India to Bali. With a natural ability to tune into energy fields from a young age, Chris has refined his skills in quantum healing over 20 years, helping clients release stress, energetic blocks, and limiting beliefs. In addition to his energy work, Chris is a passionate musician who plays the keyboard, sings, and enjoys creating original music. His unique approach blends sound frequencies, intuitive guidance, and spiritual wisdom to empower others in manifesting abundance and well-being. Welcome, Chris. It is a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, so good to be here from down under.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. So please share with us in your own words, who is Chris?
Who is Chris? Well, that's a big question, isn't it? I guess I'm someone who's like it said in the bio. I'm really passionate about people waking up their highest potential, and I've known from a young age that a human is capable of so much. The human being born as a human, being in this body with this very refined nervous system, and we can experience everything from deep depression right up to absolute ecstasy. And I've known the possibility somehow intuitively of being in a human form, and what's possible for myself and what's possible for others when we get out of our own way, when we release all the limiting conditioning that we've grown up with, that this is not possible and that's not possible and I'm not allowed to ask for this and I can't do that. And this linear 3D, as I call it, way of living versus the possibility that life can be experienced as a miracle. And yes, you're going to have challenges and things to overcome and expand through. That's life. But that life can be ultimately lived as a miracle.
It's beautiful, yeah, that you enjoyed that. When people are waking up and when we remove our conditioning, we can start different questions, like not what the worst that could happen, but what else is possible? What other great things that can happen? So we can totally switch the way we approach and see life.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
Makes your heart sing?
What makes my heart sing? Okay, well, there's lots of different things, but having an energy shift, a new flow of energy, an expansion of energy in my body, music, travel, connecting with friends, heaps of things. Yeah, really nice food at a nice restaurant, but really creativity and life force, and being on the the leading edge. Kind of like being in alignment where you're on that edge, where life is crisp and alive and you're not just living out dead memories or dead energy that's through the mind, but actually being with the living energy of life and what the next creative expansion out of that. I love that, being right on the edge and bringing through, or life bringing through something new. That's exciting for me. Yeah.
It's like having a dull of color, having something bright, something punchy, something to remember,
Yeah.
and kind of and bring that, and not like you say,
Yeah.
not just kind of live day by day, but maybe absorb the beauty in that day or find something amazing or create something amazing that wasn't there before. I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just seeing that, well, the way I feel is like we're always seeing things for the first time, but because of conditioning, we say, I've already seen a tree before, I've already seen a car before, I've already seen this before. But really, it's like the universe is rebooting itself billions of times a second. Our, we're continually seeing things fresh, but because of our conditioning, we see it through dead eyes often. That I've seen that, I know what that is, and then life becomes dull. But actually, it's fresh and living in every moment. Yeah.
Thank you. I love that. So, what was the moment in your life that caused you to wake up when you decided however you were living wasn't working and you wanted to change?
Well, I had two things like when I was young. I had severe anxiety, um, and I had an extreme desire to know what my true nature was, what was untouched. So there was like, who am I? There was always this question, who am I? Am I these thoughts? Am I these emotions? Am I the things that come and go? And so that combined with, severe anxiety, and I had panic attacks and all sorts of things like that. And then I ended up over in India seeing a spiritual teacher who appeared in my dream, and a night before, a few nights before I went to India to see them, and kind of called me there. And then it was just this, um, yeah, there were different points, but it was this awakening of what I call like an inner presence, which has really never left. And there's constant unfolding and learning, but there's this inner presence that has kind of come out of the desire to know who I am, combined with the amount of suffering, which made the desire more urgent. Because I was like being on fire. Like I have to, you know, put this fire out or know what this fire is of, and so yeah.
Wow, wow. But uh, kind of you weren't afraid to kind of follow your intuition, to follow, you saw this guru in a dream and then you just went.
Yeah, well, it happened that I was staying with my uncle and aunt actually, and they didn't know they had this teacher, and I felt a connection with this teacher, and I had had a massive panic attack the night before, like anxiety attack and all this stuff. I won't go into the whole detail, but and then the next morning they didn't know I had the dream. They said we want. I was 19, and they said we want to pay for you to come to India to see this teacher. So it was all like divinely sort of orchestrated. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. But the fact that you were open to it,
Yeah,
considering you had anxiety and you
yeah,
allowed it. So
yeah,
kudos to
yeah,
you.
totally. Yeah,
So what
yeah.
were the three biggest lessons you learned as a result of this wake up call?
The number one would probably be to always come back to presence. And I know that might just seem like a word to people. I guess it's like Eckhart Tolle calls it the inner body, the I amness. It's basically like meditating or reflecting on the very feeling of just being alive before all the stories come up of I am this and I am that and I am bad and I am all the conditioning, and just reflecting, going within and reflecting on that sense of aliveness in the body. So you could call it focusing on the I am, but there's a million different words. Focusing on the spirit, focusing on the Christ energy, the Krishna energy, whatever. But it's this inner energy field, and the more energy that I find that I give to that, even today, or others give to that, then there's this waking up of the core energies in the body, and the yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you're right, about presence. I think life
Yeah,
is so fleeting. Oftentimes we just going without actually feeling like we are living, and we need to slow down. We need to pause. We need to focus on that presence of being right here, right
yeah,
now. Like just like you said before, we come up with all the stories of,
yeah,
All the stories that aren't even true, but we make them true for us, and then we live a life through those stories that we tell ourselves, which is
Yeah.
not a good way to live unless those stories are empowering and they make a kind of
Yeah.
better decision. We're kind of like masochists killing ourselves with our negative
Exactly.
talk and our, limitations and all those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I find is the more that I give attention to that presence is that the joy or that of that presence or the vibration of it starts to burn up the patterns and conditioning, so it's like a fire or a flame that's just sort of constant, but it's like you can't have, like one Balinese teacher that I said, it was he's one of his sayings was problem no problem, and he's saying you're either in the energy of problem or you're in the energy of being, you know what I mean? You can't be in both at the same time. Like, I can't think of someone I love and someone I don't like at the same time. They're different frequencies. I can't have it on this radio station and that radio station. They're all accessible, but I can only be on one at a time. So if I'm on the station of presence, and if I'm in the energy of problem, then that's a different frequency. There's no judgment about it, right or wrong, but there's just different frequencies that have different results.
Totally, yes.
Yeah,
Very great analogy. Yes, we tune in
yeah,
into the station and we're acting as like a magnetic mechanism that attracts a certain kind of frequency,
yeah,
or we project our own kind of frequency and then we attract those experiences and people into our life of the things we
absolutely,
are thinking about without us.
absolutely.
And it's not like good or bad, it's just how it is. We just attract
Yeah,
things, and if we don't like what we attract, we gotta change the software
yeah.
that's running our brain, our life.
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes, that's the path that we're on. I've had times when I've had to go down a really negative path of believing my negative beliefs and then eventually hit a wall and gone, oh shit, I just can't do this. And then other times I've been able to, stop before it got to that point and go, oh wow, you know, there's no real judgment from the universe about whether you hit a wall or whether you gracefully release them, but it is obviously less painful to gracefully release them. But sometimes people have chosen to go intensely into the limitation so that they can transform it in a powerful way, and it's different for everyone. So, yeah.
All right. How's your anxiety? Did your anxiety improve since that time?
Yeah, yeah, massively. I've had different bouts in my life where I've gone back into the different dark nights of the soul and had to address that for different things. But yeah, it's powerfully, powerfully different. And even when it arises today, there's this background of presence. So it's like there's all sorts of things that arise, but the presence is untouched. And so it's like just coming back into that knowing. Yeah.
Always you have a tool. Whenever you do hit in the anxiety, you
Yeah,
know how to address, how to get
exactly.
into the solution and not focus on the problem. So awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's really cool. Yeah.
So now that you have had your wake up call and you've learned your three lessons, what is your mission now? What do you wanna do with your life? What do you wanna be?
There's different ones. My number one thing is to have fun. And I know it sounds really simple, but it's like when you're having fun, there's no resistance. You're flying, you're moving, you're not in your own way. So it's like whatever I do, I want to be lit up by it, have fun, and that's why I do the work that I do. Um, helping my helping people slash my clients realize their own perfection and realize their power and come out of their own limiting beliefs that are holding them back, that and shine. That's one of the things that I love doing. So that's one of my big passions, and helping people in general through music or through my other work to connect to a sense of joy and aliveness. There's so much potential there for joy and connection and aliveness, and we haven't even started to realize how powerful we are as humans they say made in the image of God, made with the same essential essence as God, which is, you could call that our higher self, our essence, but there's just so much potential in a human being. And I know for myself, I've only just started waking up what's possible for that. And I love to see that in my clients and friends and people around me, to wake up to their power and what's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
No
Who
worries.
was your hero, or did you have somebody when you were growing up that you looked up to?
Um, I had different spiritual teachers that I definitely. It's kind of a little bit different than a hero with a spiritual teacher. It doesn't really feel like that's the exact word, but I had different spiritual teachers in India that I really connected to. I also had my favorite musician from the age of 13 was Paul Simon, and he just come out with an album, Graceland, I think. And so being a musician, I really loved him from a young age. I probably have lots of different heroes. They're not coming to mind, but as one specific one. But like, I admire different people who, like of more of late, like people like Nicholas Tesla, who came up with all these amazing frequency technologies, and Einstein, famous musicians that I really like. There's all different. There's all different ones. Yeah, it's hard to pin it to one. Yeah.
What is, I was just kind of, how you call
Yeah.
it, what kind of, in general, what
Yeah.
qualities of the people you admired you wanted to emulate for yourself?
Yeah. I think that people who take a risk and really go for their passion and really creatively fulfill, and don't just play it safe in life. So whether even if the interest area is not my interest area, if someone's fully passionate about it, whether they're famous or just someone I meet at a party or whatever, then I really love that quality, that someone's, they might make ceramics, or they might be a coach, or they might be a musician, or they might be, or I don't know, whatever, collect artwork from all around the world, but they really understand it. People who really throw themselves into their craft and embody it. That that I really admire. Yeah.
Love that. I think that's what
Yeah.
makes a person alive, when they go and
Yeah.
follow their craft and their
Yeah.
gift. Maybe it feels scary, maybe it feels crazy, but if it's the
Yeah.
thing that fires them up, I think that's the best way to live a life. So in the end of the day, when
Yeah.
you're on your deathbed, you don't have regrets. You actually felt like you went and you did your life. You lived this, you did the things you wanted, as
Totally.
opposed to following other people's expectations of what your life should be like. So I love that.
Totally.
Uh,
And
when we
I've heard.
spoken previously, you mentioned, Haikal, about sound healing. So do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah. Well, sound is one of the core things that I work with, and I think I mentioned it to you in our previous call. Sound and working with the human energy field. So from a young age, I've been aware of the human energy field and being able to sense it even when I'm not physically with someone, and feel, it's almost like a bubble around people that has a certain shape, a certain quality, a certain warmth, a certain energetic texture, if you like. So working with sound, as I said, I've done music for a young age. I wasn't a sound healer when I was 12 or 13, bashing around on the piano, but but I have been interested in music and sound, and as a general rule. And then I think I was 25 or something, and I was studying remedial massage, which has nothing to do whatsoever with sound. And I was doing a trade with one of the people. You have to trade to learn how to do it better, and I just started using sound intuitively on this friend of mine, and doing a massage. And then he said, "Oh wow, something shifted when you did that. I felt different." He was sensitive to energy and everything. And then I just started. I was just doing it almost as a joke, to be honest, just like whoa, And but then yeah, I started using it more and more and trusting it more and more. And now I don't really do massage, but it's primarily working with the field and sound. And I've just found that it's one of the fastest ways I know to shift energy. And when you're doing manifesting work, having the sound there, which is primarily vocal for me, as against sound bowls, which are also cool. It's like it shifts the energy really fast. It goes straight to where the blocks are in someone, and it also helps to uplift them. It's like a tuning, like tuning forks. It's tuning the person's body to come back to a state of homeostasis or its own natural energy and natural energy flow. So I find it, whether I'm helping people shift traumas or difficult patterns, or whether I'm helping people to manifest things and clear manifest blocks to manifestation or aid the manifestation, I found sound just supercharges the whole process. Yeah.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you, can you do sound healing on yourself, or you can, it's only done to other people?
No, no, I can do it for myself. Look, it's obviously really nice just sitting in a chair or lying down and have someone else do it for you. But yeah, no, I can do it for myself, and I chant every day. I do chanting and I do sound, which helps the whole system recalibrate. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely, I can do it on myself. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Do you want to show us?
Sure. Well, I thought I might just take people through a small manifestation process with the energy field and sound. So I don't know what's coming yet, but that's the fun of it. Let's see what arises. Okay. So if we just close our eyes for a little second, take some slow, deep breaths in and out. We're just going to ask that everybody here and everybody that's listening to this podcast, and Irina and myself, we're all held in this beautiful light. We're all connected by this golden thread connecting this in this beautiful quantum energy field. And I want you to start just breathing energy in, golden energy into your heart chakra. Take a deep breath in and out. I want you to just gently become aware of, what am I ready to release? What pattern is no longer serving me? Maybe it's a pattern you do on a physical level. Maybe it's something you tell yourself. What pattern or belief or thought, or am I no longer willing to keep dragging in to 2025 and beyond? What am I ready to release, to let go of now? I'm going to do some sound to help you release that now. So just become aware of it, and imagine you're just handing it over to nature, to the divine. Maybe you're burning it up, seeing it on fire. However you want to just release this from your body and your field now. Beautiful. Deep breath in and out. And what energy or way of being would you like to bring in more powerfully now and into 2025? What energy would you like to bring in more confidence, more peace, more faith, more trusting yourself? And I want you to feel that, sense that glowing in your heart, that energy. Maybe you even bring supportive images in that support you. What are you ready to anchor, to bring in, to enliven in your life? Bring it into your heart. Okay, I'm going to do some sounds, so you just receive this as you focus on those energies you want to bring in. Just feel that. You let go of something you don't want to do anymore. You've said no to that. I'm done with that. And you're letting in, and you're stepping into a new frequency, a new energy. Let that energy expand and ripple through your body and your whole energy system and all your meridians and chakras. Let it ripple through from your heart up and down, flowing through your body and around your energy field. And finally, we're going to receive, each of us receive a gift from the universe, beautifully wrapped. Each person's getting a gift that resonates for them. I want you to see it, feel it. Maybe you pull the gift into your body or your energy field, or maybe you'll open it after this call. And it could have words in it, it could have a ball of light in it, it could have an energy in it, it could have some guidance for you. It could be absolutely anything. Could be a geometrical shape inside there. There could be absolutely anything. Whatever it is for you is between you and your own higher self. But you've just received a gift from the universe, and you can bring this gift into your body, your energy field, and let it work with you. And just now, in your own time, just connecting to your feet and hands. And just slowly, slowly coming back into your body. Thank you, everyone, for being involved in this little activation. And in your own time, you can just come back and open your eyes.
Thank you, Christopher. That was amazing. Thank you for
No
that.
problem. Pleasure.
What is your superpower if you had to pick one?
Helping people connect to their joy and their life energy. Holding the space for people to resonate with the aliveness in their body. Yeah.
Beautiful. And where did you learn this singing?
The singing, I had done music, as I said. I'd spent a lot of time in India with teacher doing chanting and all that sort of stuff. But the actual toning, it just arose spontaneously. I know that there are courses out there, but for me, it just arose spontaneously, and it just started. Maybe I just did a little one first time. It's hard to remember now, but then it just built and built and built, and I kept using it and using it and using it, and it just evolved over time. Yeah, and still evolves to this day.
Yeah,
It's always new and bringing through new things and new sounds, and yeah.
Yeah, I think we never done learning. We always kind of on the continuous journey of evolving and learning.
Exactly. Yeah.
What was the smallest thing you've done that had the biggest impact in your life so far?
Good questions. The smallest thing that I've done that's had the biggest impact, I would have to say going slow. It seems like a small thing. Going slow and going for a micro shift, like rather than trying to change everything in 1 hour or one day, actually just acknowledging that the small shifts can be just as powerful, if not more powerful, because if you're really present with a small shift, and really some of the biggest things that have opened up for my life and my business and meeting core people have happened when I was just really going slow. So I don't mean going slow necessarily just lying on the couch. I was actually going slow and doing my work, and then all of a sudden all these things open up, and I met these core people that I'm still connected with today, often through that, or new business ideas come through, or things shift because I'm not in my own. There's no resistance when you're slowing right down, or you lower the resistance. I think that would be the best way to put it. Yeah.
I love that. And I love that you were able to find that through slowing down, through presence again. You discovered new ways of being, and new opportunities flourished, I think, because you paused and you actually paid attention on that little minor thing maybe in the moment, but because you slowed down, you focused, you were able to see so many other things that unfolded as a result. So I love that.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you want to create next? Any fun projects you're working on that you like to share?
I'm creating on. I don't know if I told you in the recent phone call, but I create these harmonic elixirs. They're frequency essential oil blends that I put sound in. So I've got a whole new wave of them that I've been getting information about that I'm ready to create. So they kind of come through a little bit like a song when they're ready. Like they're like, you can't force it, but I can feel there's a new wave of them, and I love the creation process and sitting with them and creating them. Um, I think I'm about to set myself up for some new programs that I'm going to be doing next year, which I'm excited about, and really, really just anchor that for 2025. And yeah, I think there's always hundreds of things, but they're the two things I can think of, and also music. Like I'm just working with my music, and at some point I'd love to get a CD, although not really anyone does CD anymore, but I'd love to get a. Whoever thought we'd be saying CD is old fashioned? It's like I started with records, then tapes, then. But anyway, I'd like to get an album of, yeah, exactly, an album together of some sort with some really cool musicians. So that's something that's in the pipeline as well. Yeah.
I love it. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And is there anything I haven't asked that you would like to share?
I don't think so. I think you've done really well. Great questions. Yeah. Yeah. That
All
feels
right.
really good. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. If people would like to connect with you, learn more about you, where would they go?
I think you've got the links, but they can connect with me through Facebook and send me a Facebook message or a friend request on Facebook. I am on Instagram, and if they want, they can also go on my website. I have a free sound download that they can connect with. They just download it, and it's on my website, and there's other information about me on there. Yeah, there's the main ways that they could probably reach out and connect with me. Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
yeah,
We'll include everything in the show notes. Thank you so
yeah,
much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the
yeah.
wonderful sound healing session. That was amazing. And yeah,
Pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Loved it.